Oh yeah, David.
Yeah,
I like your energy.
I like your clothes.
Yes, and you have beautiful eyes.
Yes, and your hairstyle's just fire.
Yes, and I love your excitement.
Yes, and I love the sky and the way the creator created a beautiful world.
Yes, and I like how you prepare your classes.
Yes, and I love your inner voice that comes out as soon as you say anything.
Yes, and I like your beauty and your style.
Yes, and I like the way that you rhyme with fire.
Yes, and I like the way you speak.
Yes, and I like the way that you are a father to your kids.
Yes, and I like your friendship.
Yes, and I love sitting across from you and looking into your eyes daily and being inspired by your wisdom.
Can't top that. Okay, blackout. This is a little exercise, a classic improv inspired exercise called yes and.
Yes.
Very basic.
And,
yes
and.
and it's amazing because there's so much in these two little words, yes and. And if you give it some Kabbalistic spiritual context, it can go a long way.
How far back does this concept go?
It goes to the endless. And I'll explain why.
The endless?
Yes.
The endless reality.
In Kabbalah, we learn about the endless reality, right? And this was a reality where there was no limit, no boundaries. It was always building upon another. The Creator wanted to share the light. The vessel always received. There was no end. In a way, when we practice yes-anding, when we say yes to things and instead of no but, we are connecting to the endless because we're connecting to this circuitry of reality where it's just positively building upon another. We use this exercise in particular in our Introducing You improv class workshop that we're starting here in LA to build upon another, practice it, but also to, as a quick exercise, to own our light, to realize what we're good at by giving compliments and receiving them as well.
You know, the first time that I did this workshop was actually with Daniel. He was doing this little improv Kabbalah testing beta phase with a couple of the teachers. And
Yuda, guess we love you too.
It was so inspiring because it's one of the things that stuck with me. You know, you start to hear what people are saying, and because you're kind of nervous about the yes and game, you're trying to think about what you're going to say back to them. But after you start getting in the flow, you start listening to the compliments that they give you, and you're like, 1 second, is this true? And you start to, at the same time, hear you're good, and then good starts to come out, and it's this amazing thing that just happens. So, you know, this workshop really stuck with me, and the things that we're going to do in this workshop, introducing you, are kind of ways to look at yourself and at your spiritual work as a joke, but not really as a joke because it's so important. But it brings a little lightness, it brings a little humor, and it doesn't let the ego get too strong, but it allows you to just love yourself. And I think that's one of the biggest, most important spiritual things.
Yes, and I love you.
And one more thing I was thinking about as we were doing yes and, imagine you're going throughout your day and someone comes and says, you know, I don't like your shoes. And then immediately the first thing that comes is, no, but I like my shoes. But imagine you're able to say yes and. You find a way to kind of incorporate that thought into your day. You don't push it away, you just kind of go with the flow. And things just start rolling. Things just start coming in. And yes anding, whether you're on a walk, whether you're in a business meeting, whether you're doing a business presentation, it's something that can really be extremely useful. And I think what's so powerful about these exercises is that we're doing improv things that are going to make you better at life and communicating and socializing, but also will give you a very humorous way to find out deep stuff about yourself. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, because there is consciousness behind it, right? It's not just exercises for fun, although they are fun, but we divide
lots of laughter.
Yes.
Lots of laughter.
And put yourself out there, right? But just like be in the moment and, you know, just be yourself. How many times do we get a safe place where we can just be ourselves? You know, and that's get me thinking, when I go to improv class, I'm thinking like, you know, all day long, I'm sort of serious, right? I'm trying to be playful, and it's not always easy, right? But you most of the time you're serious. You pursue your to-do list and even your spiritual things that you need to change to work on. Like we're in some type of serious mindset. So like
when you go to the gym, are you serious or you're?
Well, sometimes I can be serious about it, but I enjoy that too. How about you?
No, super playful. Just jumping, blasting music.
Yeah, I've seen you. So that's maybe another place where we can be. But beside that, like, there's consciousness behind it, right? So we designed it in a way where first exercise is to see our ego, but in a way that we can laugh about. The second one is about owning our light, right? So all the different improv exercises designed to really, and it's fitting for the month of Aquarius, right? To embrace our uniqueness and take full ownership in a good way about it. How many times do we give ourselves discounts? Like someone's telling us, wow, you're a great communicator. And we're like, there are many great communicators. I cannot be that great, right? Like we're not owning that gift. And so the second part is actually about really embracing it and saying, no, this is a unique light and I want to use it more. And the third part is about transformation, right? And we have fun exercises about that.
It's gonna be lots of fun.
Lots of fun.
Don't miss it.
Don't. February 6th is an intro here in LA. You can join that, or if you're ready to dive in for the 3-week workshop starting on February 20th, we're probably going to post some links as well. It's very, very limited. The 3-week is only for 14 people because we want to get everybody participate and engage. So space is limited. Hope you can join us, and hope is the beginning of something great.
Boom.
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 Yeah.